Toby the tram engine enjoys working with his faithful coaches Victoria and Henrietta. They take the workmen to and from the quarry and take passengers up and down the branch line. One day, Toby and Henrietta were taking passengers and trucks of spam tins down to Elsbridge. As Toby was puffing along, they went over a bump on the line, and one of the tin of spam bounced out from one of the trucks behind Henrietta. It burst open, and spam went all over Henrietta's footplate. As soon as Toby arrived at Elsbridge station, when suddenly, "Oh!" cried all the passengers. "Stop! Let us out!" Toby's driver stopped the train just beyond the station. "What's going on?" asked Toby. The passengers scrambled out of Henrietta. "There's a horrible smell coming from the back," said the passengers. "Oh dear," groaned Toby. "It must have been the tin of spam." "Rubbish," said the grumpy passenger. "I'm going to tell the fat controller to send this old antique coach to be scrapped at once." This made Toby very cross. He didn't want anything happen to Henrietta, but secretly he was worried. That evening, Toby looked at Henrietta. She felt upset. "I don't want the fat controller to scrap me," she said. "It wasn't my fault that the tin of spam spilt on me." "Don't worry, Henrietta," said Toby. "I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. Tomorrow we are going to the carriage work and old Jakes can help us." Henrietta wasn't sure, but she knew Toby was determined to make sure that she won't be sent to the scrap yards. The next morning, Toby and Henrietta were up early and puffed off to the carriage work. Just then, Toby met Thomas and Percy coming back from pulling the mail train. "Good morning, Toby," called Percy. "You're up early this morning," said Thomas. Toby told Thomas and Percy about what happened yesterday. "And the grumpy passenger wanted the fat controller to scrap Henrietta," he added. "So I'm taking her to the carriage work to see if they can get rid of the smell." "But Toby," said Thomas, "the fat controller will never scrap Henrietta." "She's too valuable and really useful," added Percy. "Why don't you tell the fat controller instead?" But Toby could see Henrietta was worried. She was frightened what the fat controller might say. "I have to go now," puffed Toby, and puffed quickly away. Soon Toby was out on the main line. Henrietta thought, "I hope the fat controller will see me looking smart and clean," she called. Toby hoped so too. But he had forgotten that the carriage work was at Crovan's gate, and it was a long way, and his tank can't hold enough water. He stopped at a signal when he remembered. "I hope I got enough water for this journey," thought Toby. Then he saw Lady and Willie pulling milk tankers. "Hello, Toby," whistled Lady. "Where are you going?" "I'm taking Henrietta to the carriage work," puffed Toby. "But I need to refill my water." "There's a water tower up at Crosben," said Willie. "Thank you," called Toby. By the time Toby reached Crosben, he had a very little water left. His fireman put the water pipe into Toby's tank and turned the tap. But nothing happened. The water tower was out of order. "Bother!" groaned Toby. "Now what do we do?" moaned Henrietta. Suddenly, they heard a hoof from behind. It was Bear, pulling the local train. "You're blocking my line, Toby," he called. "Have you run out of steam?" "Yes," sighed Toby. "Never mind," said Bear. "I'll push you to the next station." So Bear pushed Toby and Henrietta all the way to Wellswood. When they arrived, Toby went over to the water tower to refill his tank. Then he saw who was on board Bear's train. It was the Fat Controller. "Toby, what are you doing here?" Toby felt the worst. "I'm sorry, sir. I'm taking Henrietta to the Carriage Works to get her clean, so that she can still be really useful again." The Fat Controller sighed. "But Toby, I know Henrietta is really useful, and I have heard what had happened yesterday," he said. "I've already sent old Jake to give Henrietta an extra special wash and a new coat of paint." Henrietta felt very relieved. "So you're not going to scrap me, sir?" she cheered. "No, I'm not," smiled the Fat Controller. "That grumpy passenger told me, and I have had enough with his rudeness. So I banned him from travelling by train until he changed his attitude." Toby and Henrietta smiled. Back in the yard, old Jake and the workmen had the smelly span washed off Henrietta's footplate and gave Henrietta a new coat of paint. She looked as good as new. "I never felt prouder to be a useful coach once again," she said. And so does Toby the tram engine.